you are an infinite, eternal, energetic, multidimensional being with limitless source power within you to manifest whatever you desire whenever you desire it. Welcome to Abundant Youniverse, your go-to podcast for becoming your most empowered, powerful, abundant, truest, and highest possible self through self-mastery, quantum healing, spiritual activation, soul expansion, and ascension. Here we talk about your self-concept, subconscious beliefs, science, spirituality, mindful manifestation, magic, mysticism, remembering and embodying who you really are, and all things esoteric. I'm your friendly neighborhood self-mastery and mindful manifestation mentor, energy alchemist, quantum healer, spiritual ascension activator, and host, Elle Brandlin. And today we're talking about another manifestation misconception, which is that you have to raise your vibe. So stick around until the end to find out why this actually isn't true, because you hear it everywhere, and what you should do instead that's way simpler and more practical. And please be sure to subscribe wherever you're listening so you never miss an episode. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to like the video to let the algorithm know it should show it to more people, because that is really helpful. Also, happy Aries equinox and zodiacal new year, by the way. But without further ado, let's jump in. So I know you hear this advice everywhere, especially in the law of attraction community, but you actually don't need to raise your vibration. And we talked about this a little bit last week too, but your vibration automatically raises as a natural byproduct of the one thing you actually need to do, which is to simply release everything that lowers it. So that includes your false limiting beliefs, conditioning, programs, fears, all of those types of things. I know, this is crazy simple, right? Notice I said simple and not necessarily easy. But to be fair, thinking it won't be easy is just another false limiting belief, right? Because what if it could be easy? It actually can be. But most people have to get to a place where they believe that, and it takes time for that on this particular plane of existence that we currently inhabit. And Christina Lopes, not actually sure exactly how to pronounce her last name, if it's Lopes or Lopez, but she released a really good video on the quantum self versus the human self during the healing process last week that I will link below for you. But to summarize, your quantum self heals things immediately because time doesn't actually exist for it. But our human selves exist in a dimension where time is very much real to us, and it takes time to heal things, reprogram thoughts, and rewire neural pathways. So basically, your physical self needs time to catch up to your quantum self, and you need to work on identifying more with your quantum self or your soul than your human self, because your soul is eternal, whereas your human self is only temporary. And another misconception in the manifestation community that feeds into this one is that you have to be high vibe all the time to manifest what you want. So you're getting kind of a double dose with this episode. You actually don't, and it's quite literally impossible to do that when you consider the fifth hermetic principle of rhythm, that everything flows out and in, everything has its tides, all things rise and fall, the pendulum swing manifests in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates. And you can find a whole masterclass on this principle, which I'll also link below. but that includes our human emotions. So stop trying to be high vibe all the time. Stop labeling your unpleasant emotions as bad or negative and view them for what they are. Part of your internal guidance system that's letting you know something is off and that there's something you need to address. Because the high vibe all the time approach is what leads to emotional and spiritual bypassing, which will actually make it take longer to manifest what you desire. You have to feel it to heal it and release it, right? And it's completely possible for you to manifest what you want on a day when you're in an emotional ebb, so to speak, because your dominant thoughts are more important than your feelings in this case. Plus, when you're continually releasing your false limiting beliefs, conditioning, programs, and fears, those ebbs happen less and are much easier to deal with when you realize and understand the truth, which is that you are an infinite, eternal, energetic, multidimensional being with limitless source power within you to manifest whatever you desire whenever you desire it. So to recap, you don't actually have to do anything to raise your vibration as long as you're continually releasing everything that lowers it. But that's not to say that you can't use hacks to raise your vibe in the moment if you want to, as long as you're not using those hacks to bypass your emotions, because that's toxic positivity territory and we don't fuck with that here. And if you would like my help clearing and releasing what's holding you back, including any karmic and or energetic wounds, imprints, residue, cycles, etc., you can attend my special epic equinox spring clearing ritual and zodiacal new year party tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time by joining Sacred Souls Society. And that also gets you into tomorrow's Aries New Moon Rebirth Ritual Part 1, plus my rebirthday party, as well as our absolutely amazing and unparalleled Embody Your Soul Light and Truest Self activation on Wednesday for the opening of the Heaven's Cross portal. Plus, you'll gain instant access to all of our current divinely inspired content that's designed to help you embody your soul's highest expression in human form. So you can also find the link to that in the show notes or description box below. Be sure to check out Wednesday's episode if you want to know the truth about divine timing, what it actually is and what it is not. And remember, you deserve to live in a reality of freedom, fulfillment, peace, the highest joy, synchronicity, magic, and abundance in every aspect of your life. And I believe in you, so you should too. Much love.